I'm just
That's
going to
right,
be
do the
eating
thing.
Skittles the whole time, though.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
See, it's
We're
those
live.
Power Rangers, baby. Yeah, we are live, maybe.
Play the music. We're
I'm
live.
trying to get Instagram to work, but it's not happening. So here we
Is
go.
this thing
Cue the
on?
titles. We worked it out. We're now live on Instagram as well, folks. After last week,
I probably just got us banned if we caught that.
that's all
I
right.
know, right?
It'll block
What?
us out.
You know,
After.
they're real sensitive over there.
But it's all right because last week Jeff
About
and I
what?
sat here and talked for about half an hour until I realized that it may still be streaming to Instagram, and we were having very non.
You were on, Vera.
You said that we weren't.
We weren't, but I deleted it just in case.
You
never
were
know
live and you
these-
didn't know you were live?
Well,
After
maybe.
the show,
After
you
the
know,
show.
our after
You
show.
know our
which
after show
I always
conversation.
thought we should just continue recording because to
We
me, that's the best
should.
part of the show.
I think we get
We
definitely
should.
straight up.
Well, it's just our mouths are more.
Was it good,
depends on
though?
how
You
Was it
guys
good?
are more unfiltered. I wish I could get you guys to talk like that on air.
I always
you're,
talk.
you're much more fun, all of you.
I'm
I'm
going to be
pretty
fun tonight.
unfiltered.
I've had some drinks. I'm good. I'm drinking like a
Woo.
16-year-old girl. You're like, woo!
Yes, Vera, you are.
Speaking of a 16-year-old girl, you left all that stuff at my house.
Oh my god, Vera, that stuff is raw alcohol. That's 10% alcohol in those cans.
So what? You just left it for Vera?
Yeah, I wanted to get nitty on those drinks. I wanted
No,
to
your
join in
sister
and
will
join
drink
in.
them, too.
No, Dia's not. Dia's not well. This is what that was.
Oh,
Okay, I didn't know if we were.
oh no.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I should
That
say
sucks.
welcome
I'm
to
sorry.
UCR Live Uncensored Radio. We're here. Welcome.
Oh, hey.
We've got a lot to talk about this week, and it's all came in as a theme, which is really lovely. I love it when a show themes itself. It's good times.
It is?
Yeah.
What's happening?
You know,
what are we
just
doing?
called
We're
it
gonna talk to
Independence
Christina to
Day.
start with.
Planned that.
Okay.
We're going to talk to Christina because she's here and she's ready.
Hey.
Eating something.
How's it going?
He's
I
such
am
a
eating
bitch,
Skittles.
isn't
I can't
Oh my
stop.
God.
I can't stop myself.
Do you want to talk about
they're
Skittles?
leftover.
I had a packet of Skittles that I accidentally left on the kitchen on the table, and
Oh, I hope somebody
they
took
were
them.
very quickly claimed. And everyone, Jeff's like, "No, they're Steve Skittles. Skittles are like a commodity in
Oh.
this house."
Yeah, you don't mess around. Don't leave them hanging around. That's why they're in the plastic bag so the kids don't see the actual
The
Skittle
red
bag.
bag. That's good.
Yeah.
Favorite candy? Go. Favorite candy.
Twix. I have to
Oh,
say
she's a
Twix.
caramel. She's a caramel girl.
Yeah.
Right or
I
left?
love
Twix.
Twix. Right.
he?
Right.
Right.
I'm a righty.
Do you eat?
I think
Do you
right.
make that decision?
Yeah,
Just-
you really do. Yeah, it's fun. It's
Okay.
funny. It's like I don't know if it's like a whole mind fuck thing or what,
Yeah.
but it's there. It's definitely
I
there.
believe right Twix
Oh.
is the right answer.
Yeah. What am I not? Oh,
Yeah.
it's a curse.
No, I just turned my phone on and it was you speaking. So I was like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, sorry.
Did you
Am I
see
not
her
allowed to
face? She was
curse?
like sickened. Like, what? Am I not allowed to curse?
Welcome to our
I
Christian
know.
care.
I'm like, oh my god, I can't.
We are
It's called
so
Uncensored.
Not on the Lord's Day.
no.
We'll keep it.
Oh
We'll
my
keep it
god. I was
PG.
just talking about that the other day. I was like, listen, this bitch, the whole reason. I'm like, I fell in love with her because she did a TikTok and she was like, this bitch has got me cussing on the Lord's Day. I fell in love.
So
We
sad.
can't help it. But she's still hanging in
Can't
there.
help
Look at her. God love her.
I am.
She's still here.
It was
She's still here.
a boring New Year's, but we had some
Oh.
vodka at least, and yeah,
We,
I mean, well, the
just
kids,
drank.
we had-
just-
Nothing.
we had
I
New
drank and
Year's Eve
sat.
at like 8 o'clock for my daughter. We did the
Oh,
whole like
bless.
YouTube thing, so she was gone. It was nice. Made some
It's
like
midnight.
nice chocolate dip, nice. You know, like finger foods, having fun.
We
Our
had
own
too
little
much.
fun.
We had too much food.
We had the plague.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's been an
I feel so bad for you
adventure.
guys.
I was-
New Year's too.
I was
So
pretty much
did have
recovered, but it
three
was
glasses
going
of
through the
Prosecco
kids.
and woke up, started 2024 with a headache.
Oh,
You don't you know you gotta take the Advil before you go to bed.
Have
I
water.
was
Yeah.
drunk when I went to bed.
A
I did
lot
not
of water.
expect to have a headache.
It
Yes.
doesn't matter.
You
If
You
you
gotta
have-
do it.
Adderall.
Just preemptive.
You just gotta. Okay, I had an alcoholic beverage. I'm old. I gotta have the Advil.
It's just like, you know,
Yeah.
plan B before you go to
I
bed.
know.
It
I gotta do
literally
it.
is the
I'm
plan
old.
B.
Night out.
Exactly. It is.
Just flush
Wipes
everything,
everything
out.
out. It's yeah.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah,
wiping
you
everything
take
out,
two.
Jeffrey and I have been having a conversation this week because of retaining matter. Have either of you ever eaten the dragon fruit before?
No.
Yes.
Apparently, it flushes you out. I
Yeah.
want to do
Really?
it.
It has that cleansing diuretic effect.
Dragon fruit top.
Christina, I will send you $150 if you do it on air.
Apparently,
Okay.
apparently
It's
it's
immediate.
Why wouldn't
Okay,
I try it?
So you got to do it. All right. So maybe like 2 hours before the show. Like you got to go.
Oh,
live
you
on
want
the
me to do it
Facebook
before?
page.
Okay. Okay.
So
Just
that
so he
like
can
in
see
the
you.
And then
middle
you
of
want
the
me to shit
episode.
on the
He
show.
wants
Okay.
to take the urgency you might experience.
Yeah.
we're
Okay,
trying for
I
a
definitely-
new market. We're definitely trying.
Yeah.
for a new
No, I
market.
get it. Like, you know what? We hit the right
TikTok.
market. I know we would.
Fecal
Like-
philiacs everywhere. How are you, Vera?
Exactly. Yes.
She's played a lot of shit in her time.
I'm okay. I went to the dentist today for my tooth that broke on air last week.
That's
But it
correct.
cost me $9,000 to replace it.
What?
Listen,
I
out
know.
$9,000. You at the wrong dentist, Shanita.
My God.
I know.
Never in my
What
life.
dentist are you at? Is he putting in a fucking gold tooth?
No, I'm at the cheap old Aspen Dental for people on welfare.
Oh my God!
No, you got,
No
like-
wonder why they said $9,000, you asshole. Go to a real
You have
dentist. They're
elephant
gonna
ivory
charge
in
you
your fucking
$900
mouth
to put in a fucking real tooth. Oh my God! You're a nurse for fuck's sake. Why would you go to Aspen Dental? I could slap the living shit out of you. Go to Virgin Islands and Central Falls next to the train station. Jesus Christ! I couldn't believe you even step foot in that fucking head job. It's like, oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Found
gave
Jeff's
him
passion.
Like, yeah.
Oh
A tooth
my
made out of
God.
elephant ivory. What are you doing with that
Oh.
fucking thing? Was it imperative to get it replaced? Like, was it one of the front ones?
It's in the frontish. It's close to the front.
Ah,
It
ah,
would show
fuck.
when
Just
I
do this
smiled
for a
and
while.
You
put
can
a
get
hole
that
in
thing yanked and get an implant put in for fucking $1,600
it. Where?
at a real dentist.
behind,
Oh,
behind the deli, behind the sandwich shop.
I didn't tell you.
no, call Virgin up in Seneca Falls. Jesus Christ.
So how are you, Jeff?
Oh man,
Not okay. Not okay.
take a deep breath.
After Vera-
Take a deep breath. There you
I
suck.
gotta call and make Vera a dentist appointment in the morning. And then I'm gonna call Aspen Dental and tell them I hope they fucking burn down. I say that with love and I'm kidding. Jesus Christ.
So if we get
But they're criminal, they're crooks, they should be shut the
What
fuck
the
down.
fuck? Yeah, that's a lot.
I swear to God,
God.
Trump is somehow behind Aspen Dental.
Well, it's
Can we re-
healthcare. It's for profit.
can we return the? Would you get a refund if we return the tooth?
It's still there. We didn't do any work. All they did was X-rays today.
So, can I tell you the work that I had done? They told me it was going to cost $30,000.
What?
Do you know how much it cost me in the end at a real
much?
dentist? $1,500.
Really?
What the hell?
$30,000.
Why?
$30,000.
That's a car.
Right.
Aspen told you
Yeah.
30,000.
$30,000. It
All
cost
right,
me
I need a second
$1,500.
opinion.
Yeah,
Yes,
girl.
you do. At a real dentist.
Oh man.
$30,000. Oh, and their solution wasn't even to actually fix anything. $30,000.
But other than that, how are you?
Not okay.
Right.
Not okay. He's still reeling.
I'm pissed now.
You gotta make
I
it
fucking
fit.
hate that place. I hate that place with a passion.
All
Oh,
right, all right.
Ooh,
I'm still angry.
they're gonna be on our
Oh.
Facebook page.
Yeah, no,
Let's
we
see.
we gotta get them.
I'm gonna go write a message on their Facebook page. Fuck them.
We gotta get
Yeah,
them to
definitely.
Slater, if we haven't already.
Allegedly.
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 yeah.
No, fuck that. I don't mean allegedly. It was my experience. Trust me. Go to a real dentist. You go to Aspen, go to a fucking real dentist. You'll find the truth.
I think in general
Okay,
these days, it's
okay.
good. It's good to get a second opinion on anything, really.
Oh.
I don't have a. I don't have a doctor, like a regular doctor anymore, because mine, I don't know, retired or died or something. I went to make an appointment. That they are no longer here. I went, okay, if they moved, they are no longer
Thanks
here.
for the notice.
I'm like, oh, did you
Ooh.
fucking kill them? Like,
They
I'm
made
like,
it like they were caught in a sex scandal that they wouldn't say.
well, I went to
died
see
or
if I could.
died.
I went to see if I could be a housewife and get the Ozempic, and then the doctor's like, no. I'm like, oh. Meanwhile, all of my friends are like, can I? And they go, yes.
Well, you
They give
just
it to
say,
you.
you tell them I'm paying
Speaking of
cash.
Ozempic, Mounjaro
Oh, I don't wanna
announced
pay.
today. The manufacturers of Mounjaro announced today that they do not recommend Mounjaro for cosmetic weight loss, only for the treatment of diabetes.
I have to go get blood. He wants me to go get blood tests and stuff. I've never had blood tests, so I need to do
What's
that.
the difference?
I'm going to kill you.
Well, you could be overweight and not have diabetes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but I mean, Mounjaro versus Ozempic. Is that Ozempic?
Mounjaro's more
They're two different chemicals.
effective,
They are
isn't
two
it?
different chemicals,
Yeah.
probably.
Mounjaro's more effective. But Mounjaro isn't on the pharmaceutical benefits scheme at home, so it's real expensive. We're not about that. We want cheap thinness. The solution would be not to eat as the solution would be to not eat as much and move your body, but who wants to do that?
Well, you do.
much work.
There's got to be an easier way.
Ozempic. It does really suppress your appetite.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
seriously
My
does.
mom's on it.
Although I tell you what, we had pizza tonight. That pizza's bigger. I reckon if you put those two pizzas, that'd be like my body.
It's just a normal large pizza in America.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's New York
Actually,
pizza.
if you go to New York,
Look,
I know.
or
I've had
LA,
New York. I've had New York pizza.
it's not.
It's
well,
18
you know, large.
inches.
It'd be like a medium.
Yeah,
It's a
18
slice.
inches.
A slice
Yeah.
is as
18
big as your
inches is a
face.
large pizza.
We went to
You can't even
LA
fit it on
and
a
the
normal
fucking
pizza
lot.
pan.
Yeah.
Go to California Pizza Kitchen, get a what is it? What do they call it?
California
Flatbread.
Pizza Kitchen. What the fuck?
Flatbread. Get a
Not
flatbread.
a
Get the
pizzeria.
fuck outta here,
California
flatbread.
Pizza Kitchens is not a pizza.
Who the fuck are you?
It's not pizza.
Flatbread
It's not
pizza.
pizza.
No.
I know. I'm very happy.
Fucking
We're
food.
ticking our way through the fast food.
Just go to
I
Caesar's.
could itch my head off.
We're ticking our way.
Oh,
through
get
it.
out of
What
here.
pizza did you get?
What?
What kind of pizza?
We just
We got a sausage one.
the kids
and
wanted
like a veggie meaty kind of thing.
the pizzeria that'll treat you like family.
Like your family?
That's the name?
No.
we're
It's
just
just
trying
that,
not to
it's
name
their
names.
jingle and their commercial.
Oh.
Oh.
It's local. Anyway,
Is it Little Caesars?
let's jump into our week, shall we? You ready, kids?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hot
All
load
right.
of hot topics.
All right. So as I said, this week it's all in the family. We're talking about families. We're talking about the people that we treat as family and all that kind of good stuff. And I've called the
Oh, that's
episode
the
"The
thing?
Family Past" because it seems like we let our families and our friends and stuff sometimes get away with treating us in ways that are not necessarily, fantastic and great. So we're going to start with something random that happened towards the end of last week. Cher is trying to put her 47-year-old son under a financial conservatorship because of his previous addiction issues. Well, previous
ongoing
current.
addiction.
Yes,
His family
previous
life.
/ current. Yeah,
Right.
addiction issues, and she believes that because he has obviously some money coming from from famous parents that is in trust for him, and she is concerned that his behavior will lead
Well,
to
I'm sure
him
it's all his
being
father's
destitute.
estate.
It is.
It is, yeah,
Because Cher has control of her own money until she dies.
yeah.
It's from his dad.
It's
It's
from
coming
Daddy.
very soon. And she's when you come into that kind of money and you have a drug problem, it's very likely to kill you.
A lot of it apparently
Yeah.
comes from the ex-wife as well. She was not a fan of the ex-wife. The ex-wife had a drug problem. Now he has a drug problem. He's still sort of involved with the ex-wife, and she's trying to. Apparently, do you remember, like in the news last year, that there was some rumored plot about trying to kidnap him for ransom or something like that? It was in the.
No.
I don't think we covered it on the show, but I read it.
Maybe.
Apparently, this is all part of the.
Supposedly she kidnapped him.
Yeah, it's all part of this ongoing drama with the finances. But At 47 years old, is it really anyone? Like we said that
Yeah,
with
you know what?
with She Who Shall Not Be Named, because I could have done an article on her this week, but I didn't because there was a statement that came out today.
Thank
I'll save
you.
it for next week.
Dear Lord.
But for She Who Shall Not Be Named, you know, everyone was like, well,
Well,
she'll blow through
She
her
Who
own
Shall
money
Not
and
Be
she'll do
Named
this, she'll do that. This
was
isn't
in a
like he didn't.
conservatorship where all of the control went to a penniless father. Without her,
Well,
her father
and it
did not
wasn't
have his own
just-
estate.
It wasn't just about the money, right? It was about
just
her
about the
person
money.
too. This one's just about the money.
But
No,
it was about the money.
An addict coming into money with enough money to blow enough meds through his system to kill him instantly.
Right, but she's not going and asking for conservatorship of his person and his finances. She's just asking for conservatorship of his
Because
money. She
wants
has
to
her own
make
money.
Sure he doesn't kill
Right.
himself.
But the other chick, it was conservatorship of her person as well.
Yeah.
But
You know what I
what-
mean? It
at
was
what
a
point-
lot bigger
because
situation.
because the other chick, as we're calling her, everyone's like, well, she should know how to behave. She's an adult. She should know this, that, and the other. This guy's older, is not a celebrity. At what point do you stop saving people?
Okay, it's not about that though, right? You can see the difference in parents. One parent, come on, doesn't have good
Yeah,
intentions,
did it for
right?
his own.
I don't like
his
to-
own.
I don't like to judge people. I really try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I judge them from the privacy of my own living room, but on air, I mean, in real life, I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Because we don't know at the end of the day. But when Mr. Spears,
We say it was
come
wrong.
on.
We say it was
It's
Yeah, it
just
was
a piece of
different
shit.
with him. It was. He was
You
just
know what
for
I
him to
mean?
make a big buck.
Cher's-
But for
Cher's
Cher
got
is
her own
not in
money.
it for the money.
It's a
Yeah.
different situation.
Yes.
And sure,
Yeah.
could we let him die because it's his own problem? Absolutely. There is a part of me
Yeah.
that, yes, I agree with you. But at the same time, as a parent,
It's his son.
it's my kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do whatever I can do to try to keep them alive and to stop them from
Yeah.
making life-threatening choices.
We actually had this conversation with Jeremy Jackson when we interviewed him, and it was really interesting because he grew up how he grew up. The amount of people that will just say yes to you because you're star adjacent. Not even like he wasn't a huge.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like not a huge celebrity here, but the adjacency to someone famous gives you access.
See, I will be whooping their ass and my kid's ass. I don't care. Like, there's no way in hell. None.
Yeah.
You know, like,
No, I wouldn't let-
that can't go on. You can't do that to your friends either.
It's the
No,
same.
yeah.
It's the same argument, I guess, with Kanye. But in a mental
But
health,
that's
but in a mental
nobody
health,
who's his
like
friend.
no one's stepping
No one
forward
is
for
his
him.
friend.
No one's his friend. Everyone's a yes man.
But at some
He
point,
doesn't
like,
have
you
anybody-
have to realize, like, how sad is that?
Exactly.
You have to realize, oh, they're all telling me yes because they want something from me, not because they care about me.
But I don't think there's
Think
an
about it,
awareness
though.
there. I don't know if there's
Who would
that
take over
awareness.
Kanye?
How
Like
sad
his
is that?
manager?
Well,
Like
Someone,
his manager was part of the problem.
yeah.
You know.
You end up,
Well, they all are.
like associating with the wrong people because they know that it's an easy ride.
Well, doesn't he
Hi,
have a voice now?
Lashana. Hey, girl.
Hi, Lashana.
hello.
Yeah, it's sad. I think that obviously there comes a lot of
What's that? What? That one.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about building bridges and mending fences and all that kind of stuff. It's all good. But one of the news articles that I did not expect to happen in the new year,
Oh my
Ian
God,
Ziering
this
was
one.
attacked by I shouldn't laugh. Ian Ziering was attacked by a gang of mini bike riders on Hollywood Boulevard, motherfucker. Like,
This
Wait, is
like
this
an
real?
Can
episode.
we just take a moment to appreciate the absurdity of a moped biker gang?
yeah.
Of
Mini
little
bike
kids?
riders.
Isn't this an
Moped
actual episode that happened to Steve Sanders
I don't know.
in
It
90210?
feels like that, real life. It feels like the new season of 90210.
Well, maybe they are filming
This
again. We
feels
just don't know
staged.
it.
You are all right. I I can't get off the video and the absurdity. The
I
absurdity.
haven't even
absolute
seen it.
absurdity of
I
it.
haven't seen the
They
video.
have cuts with their club 605 on the back,
Motherfucker.
right?
Yes.
Like bikers, like real bikers, like Hell's Angels bikers.
Oh,
But it's
come on.
TMZ. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't
And
know.
Can we talk about the girl in the pink jacket who was giving a lot of little people energy and swaying like this?
Find the video. I need to see the video now. Shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, it's TMZ exclusive.
Oh.
We'll get fucked. Trust me. I looked at it. It's TMZ have it behind an age restriction wall on YouTube, and we'll get slammed.
I gotta tell you,
Ah.
the absurdity of the whole. And he's
The
like
absurdity,
a
yeah.
superhero plowing across the street with 4 of them attached to him.
Iron Zeering though, like
I feel like it has to be staged or something. Like,
it's bizarre.
The karmic absurdity of it all.
yeah.
Oh.
Why are they all attacking him?
Are those bikes or those electric bikes?
They're mini bikes.
Oh my god.
These are
What? Why did they pull him out of his car?
So apparently,
Why though?
out of his car.
Why is why?
I'll
They thought-
explain.
Because he thought they did damage to his car.
He thought they did damage to the car, so he pulled over. They proceeded to chase him across Hollywood Boulevard, kicking the shit out of him. Kicking the shit out of him.
Oh my
But the
God.
biggest drama is the fact that he left his 12-year-old daughter
That's horrible.
unattended in the car.
Oh,
while
she's
this-
way out.
Well,
No,
She's 12. She doesn't want to get the fuck out of the car.
if
No,
you get
but the thing
swerved
is that
by
he-
mini-bike vandals, you're not
he
gonna
didn't
let
have
them-
Then
the-
she's
you know.
better off locked in the car than out in the
Exactly,
street. I
but
would have done the same
Wouldn't
fucking
she be
thing.
better off if her dad didn't pull over and blow up mini bike drivers to start with?
Is that why he pulled over, just to yell at them?
Yeah.
Where did he end up going?
right. He
Like
drove
when
off.
he got out.
No,
After he got
He got
away
back
from
in the
them,
car?
no one helped him. That's the thing. No one helped him at all. They're like, "Watch my car! Watch my car!" No one helped him, and then he got away from him
Apparently,
and drove off.
Mini bike gang has been terrorizing LA. Like the 605 is a gang.
It
They
reads
have
like
jackets.
a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle script or something.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
It's-
something like
it's
this happened to Steve
absurd.
Sanders in the Corvette.
As I said to Jeffrey, they've obviously raised prices at the Peach Pit, and people are not happy.
Oh,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
wasn't it the Peach Pit After Dark? Didn't he own that with Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
Yeah, the Peach Pit after
With,
dark. Oh god,
I
good
was only
times.
familiar with Sharknado.
Oh my god, no. I didn't even
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even call that a movie. I've never seen them and I never will. And I think
It's
I think I saw the
Stupidest
first.
thing that
Actually,
happened
you
to
know who
life.
I watched him with was what's that bitch's name? Whenever shows up,
Katie McCarthy.
yeah, her. She used to come
Oh,
over every
yeah.
year for
She
Shark
should get
Night.
removed from the show.
10-year-old nephew.
I'm sorry,
All
what?
right. Well, speaking of former friends and former acquaintances, Christina, I think you'll be down for this one. We've been talking about it since last year. There's some comebacks, whispering in the background.
Comebacks?
Whisper. Yeah, comebacks. This one will be epic if it goes
that what my
ahead,
name is?
because at the final episode, the final performance of Beyonce's Renaissance tour, all of the former members of Destiny's Child showed up, bar one.
Oh.
Bar one.
But this was released on the 3rd. Oh dear.
Oh shit.
5 members of Destiny's Child, all different lineups, together,
Oh, fuck.
talking
What are they
about the
doing?
gratefulness of healing, how excited we are for 2024, rah, 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 blessings upon us all, etc., etc. Could we see a 5-piece Destiny's Child reunion?
That'd be fucking sick.
That would be very,
Are you
very
opposed to it?
interesting.
No.
Yeah,
only
right.
one-
I'm not opposed to it.
The only one who was not there was Farrah. Farrah. I was going to say Farrah Fawcett. She was really not there. She busy. But
Oh my God.
I think that could be really interesting. I mean, it's very down with the fascination of dream girls, like the dream girls TikTok.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this is serving big dream girls energy. I think it'd be interesting. Maybe Beyonce is just tired. What happened with Jermaine Jackson?
Do a little bit of something.
What were the allegations? I didn't hear that.
I don't know, Lashana. What are the
Oh.
allegations? I can only
I
imagine.
gotta look that up.
The last
Look
name
it up.
Jackson.
I'm on
We
it. I'm on
never
Google.
know. We never know.
Google it.
All right.
I am.
You're either going to be supportive of this one or sell it or suck it. But Kathy
God.
Griffin has filed for divorce from her husband of 4 years, just days short of their 4th anniversary. And she is still a very, very, very polarizing person. One of the responses on our page was, "Good, get on your broom and fly away, you irrelevant bitch." Something like that.
Obviously, she's not that
Woo!
irrelevant. That's what people have to
I
say.
know. I'm like, meanwhile, the woman's doing her first major American tour in 10 years. She's not
So
want
I want to know what happened.
because for everyone that
What
I
happened?
think
Kathy
everyone
Griffin.
knows. Well, the first husband,
Well,
husband
I
was
gonna
stealing
say,
money
is the
from her.
second husband gay? Do we know that?
Well,
That's what I
That's
said.
what we said. He looks kind of.
Wasn't
He looks
the
kind of
problem
that
with the
way.
first
Poor
marriage?
Kathy.
The husband was
No,
gay?
the first
the first-
asshole was stealing her money.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
well.
embezzlement.
That came out on the show.
Yeah,
Damn.
My Life on the D List. It was a big.
Like,
thing.
how fucking horrible. Like, you're filming your goddamn life, and then in the middle
he's
of
been
filming
accused
it.
of sexual assault.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
got
Yeah.
it.
No
I'm on it.
fucking
Read it
way.
Not a Jackson. Hello, dogs. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I thought.
Oh, is she
Kathy
on the
Griffin's
list?
husband-
He's
I
not
don't
on the
think
list,
so, but
no.
we're not. We're
This
not.
is an
well,
in-person
see,
No,
adult
yeah.
I hesitate. I
allegation.
hesitate to report on this list until it's official
Why?
because the amount
Yeah,
of
none of it's
names that I've
official.
seen thrown around.
Okay, but
None
the
of
one
it's
thing too that
official.
it says about the list, it says just because they're on the list doesn't mean shit.
That was my conversation point about it too. The amount of people that we meet in day-to-day life, you don't know what people do behind the scenes of things.
Just
And
because my
when
dick
you've
was
got
out doesn't mean you
and
suck
power,
it.
yeah, it's like, do you know what I mean? Just because you went to a party doesn't mean that you know
Right.
and
You
support.
did the blow, right?
You know,
Come on.
well, if it's there, and it's free, you never know.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like you
no.
just said. If it's there and it's free.
Pay
Well,
for drugs.
I
Ew.
know.
Ew. Who pays for drugs? That's so 80s. Ugh.
Who pays for drugs?
I feel sorry. Look, I feel like Kathy is going to be like Joan is now. Everyone's like, when Kathy's shuffled off the mortal coil, people will be like, oh, okay, she was a legend.
Yes.
I don't know. If
Just for
people
this-
will go that.
Look at the amount
far.
of. She's got the most comedy specials by anyone, isn't it?
Let me say this about Kathy Griffin. Whether you like
Griffin.
her or not, I know. What can I tell you?
Griffith.
It's old. The teeth are slipping.
It's that new $9,000 tooth.
It's that new.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
don't.
she
Why,
were a
why, dude?
man- If she were a man, nobody would be saying this shit about her. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
If Joan Rivers
Nobody
was
would give a
man,
fuck.
she'd be the highest paid, wealthiest comedian in the world. Joan Rivers was that good. Instead, she worked her ass off the entire. Fucking Don Rickles is wealthier than her. Was wealthier than
Look,
her.
Joan died working. That's the
Joan
That's
died
the
working because she had to.
Well, she wanted to.
and she had to, and she wanted but again, she gave millions upon millions to charity that no one ever knew about and all that kind of stuff. Just because she reached that pinnacle of her career didn't mean she had to do those things. She wanted to do those things.
Actually, Don Rickles was worth $30 million.
And Joan worked every day of her life for 50.
No, she was worth 150.
70s.
But whatever, she's a legend. I think Kathy's big. This new tour is going when she says all over America, it is going all over America. They're adding dates. So for someone that's career was supposed to be killed by, the former president, time has definitely, she's stuck in there and kept her career, basically, which is, I think, amazing because I think she's hilarious. And you go, Kathy. So if you haven't got tickets to My Life on the PTSD List tour, go get them. Is what I say. Give Kathy your money.
Do you want to
give it to
take on Jermaine here?
Yeah, go for it. Tell us breaking news.
Apparently, this woman is suing him in LA.
Woman?
Under a newly created law. She's mentioned him, Barry Gordy, and the production companies because all were aware of his actions against her, and none of them worked to protect her. Which is
this a retroactive case
that makes bystanders who knew that the crime was taking place? The law was enacted with Weinstein, and that's why Weinstein was arrested in New York, because it makes people who knew that the crime was taking place and didn't report it or didn't intervene to protect the victim as guilty as the assaulter. But it's still an allegation. Nothing is proven yet. But if he's guilty,
and how recent is this allegation though? Do you know?
No, the allegation stems back a ways. It's pretty old. She's alleging that this happened years ago. Didn't happen last week.
That's very difficult to prove, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Unless you have physical evidence, which.
Well,
how do you do that?
If you have corroborating witnesses.
It's kind of like, have you guys seen the Casey Anthony parents? They're doing a
no, because guess what? It's on right fucking now, and I can't watch it.
Well,
I was like,
I don't see the. Yes, okay, you can take a lie detector test, but it's inadmissible evidence. So what's the point?
All of Harvey Weinstein's victims were in the past. All of Bill Cosby's victims were in the past. There are ways to prove past sexual abuse.
So Casey Anthony's parents are taking a lie detector test.
I don't even play one on this show. But if he's guilty, he needs to
I do. I want to play. If I was a lawyer,
I just want to say, devil's advocate here, okay? Because I am, I'm all for women's rights and all that shit. But there has to be statute of limitations, right? And not only that, but I feel like if at one point this happened, if it was just you and this person, say something happened with you and this famous person, right? Or this person and now they are famous. If nobody was there and you didn't speak up at that time,
I gotta
go to therapy and move the fuck on.
There are things
I
that
can't.
You can't get past that quickly. You know?
Quickly, yes. Yes.
And that's a crime. There are crimes that the statute of limitations does not run out on, and rape should be among them.
How can I prove?
If somebody rapes a 10-year-old and they don't even have the language to speak about it till they're in their 30s, does that make it okay to forget about it and move on?
How can that 10-year-old prove that happened? If there is no witnesses?
That's the problem.
10-year-old and find out.
That's the biggest problem, I think, with these.
But that's what I'm saying. When you were 10, if you didn't tell a soul, if you kept that secret to yourself your entire life, and when you turned 30, you said, "Today's the day. I'm going public," and this guy groped me and fucked me, and what am I gonna do? What do you do? There's nothing you can do.
No,
there's no way to prove this.
There are ways to prove it. I don't know what they are. Like I said, with Weinstein, his victims were in the past. With Bill Cosby, the victims were in the past. There were no current victims at the time of their charge, but they were able. Were able to prove it.
The only thing I can think of, right,
patterns of like where you were being left alone together.
Right.
Different
the whole Casey Anthony thing. I get it. There was a lot of
that these
shit recorded.
Happening.
Right.
if she has proof that they knew it, then she has a right to be heard.
Yeah, true. I guess
if you can prove it,
examples of the behavior.
And there was other parties involved, then yes.
We don't know what anything. It was just filed yesterday.
All right, let's move this conversation. Can we move this conversation forward to something that's happening right now?
We are dead stopped on this.
No, because this really has something to do with the next topic. Mama June, I use the phrase "mama" lightly, has been awarded custody of her daughter's oldest child, the 11-year-old, because the father is not known to anyone, and she says that there would be no one to step forward to care for the child except her stepfather, who is the father of her sister. Applied for custody, and it was rejected over June's attempt.
Didn't she lose custody of her kid?
Correct. Didn't she marry a sexual offender that attacked one of her children?
Was it this child? That child's baby?
And then she is notoriously has addiction issues herself.
Welcome to our system in America.
Is that the best choice? Like, you're denying. Granted, this kid is this man is the child's ex-stepfather, but he showed duty of care for that child for X amount of time. Her argument is that they were living with her when the mother passed away, so she must be the one that's left to care for her. I don't know.
They're going to go with the family because everywhere in the country is all about keep the families united, keep the families united, keep the kids with the families.
But is that the best choice?
That's what they fucking believe.
This is one of the few cases where women always get the preference. Very rarely can a man get custody in our country. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that's right in any way, shape, or form. There are plenty of good fathers.
You have to really, really screw up as a chick
to lose custody.
To get your kids.
I would just say with the evidence that is public knowledge.
Well,
and not just
but they don't care because
for her own daughter.
If she's had like reformed her image behind the scenes and she's appeased whatever they've asked her to do, which they don't ask these people to do much. I mean, the people that I used to have their children get put in daycare, that the county would pay for these children to be in daycare so that I could watch them, so that they had eyes on the kids, so that they didn't have to put them in foster care. And I'm like reporting this shit going, oh my God. She pulled up in a taxi cab with the baby on her lap. It's a 2-year-old on her lap. Like, what are we doing? Why are these kids still with her? Jeez. And they kept the kids with, you know what I mean? Like they do. What qualified them to get to keep the kids was just maddening to me. Like, okay.
It's the same in Australia too. These people who don't do it once, but then twice, 3,
you
4,
would see
5
them
times
and go yank the kids out of somebody else's house.
Yeah.
You're like, what is going on here? Those, it happens time and time again, right? I don't get none of it. So who knows?
It's for organized, and I understand.
You got to be an addict,
but not even that. There's in Australia, like people have babies in Australia to stay on welfare.
It's an underfunded.
Like they like why work when I could just have another child?
I don't know. It's just like true for anybody. You don't. I mean, even hear people say that, but you don't get. It's not like you make a ton of money. Like you don't make enough money to live on. They don't.
But then why have a baby?
Because people do stupid things. You think you're going to have a baby that's going to fix something in you, or you think that the person,
the 4th, 5th, and 6th time,
the person that you're with, you think that they're going to stay with you and love you,
right?
You know, like, or you just.
I mean,
people make dumb choices.
You just have too much tequila and you're ovulating. Like, shit just fucking happens, man. Like,
and people don't believe. There are women that just don't believe in abortions, right? You get pregnant and you deal with the consequences.
I think that's fucked up. You can not believe in abortion as much as you want. It's a fact. I don't believe in Jesus, but I still have to drive past the church. It's still there.
But that's not
Have
our
an abortion.
choice. It's not our choice.
Have an abortion. Scrape it out. Scrape it out.
God.
Stop at one point. Child Protective Services in this country is overwhelmed, underfunded, and overworked. These people, I am going to defend Child Protective Services. These people are working round the clock. They go out at 3:00 in the morning, and then they have to do 2 hours of paperwork and still be back at their desk at 9:00. Child Protective Services needs more fucking money. And the people who are throwing millions and millions and millions of dollars to buy a Supreme Court that will overturn abortion rights in this country won't give a fucking dime to Child Protective Services because they don't care once the child's born. They don't fucking care. Child Protective Services is overworked and underfunded. Period.
Very nice. There we go. What a full stop to put on that sentence. There's lots of full stops being put on life sentences if you're Kelly Clarkson. Kelly has spoken out about the end of her marriage to her husband / manager, Brandon Blackstock, who told her she wasn't sexy enough to be a judge on The Voice. But he had to give back the $10.6 million mansion. Oh, sorry, Brandon. But Kelly's come forward
to be her husband. That fucking
exactly.
Jeez, it's like I know him.
Kelly has come forward in a recent interview with People and said that she actually never wanted to get married in the first place.
Oh, her and I could be friends.
Yeah, really.
And that's the conversation I want to have because we've talked about it many times before, but still in this modern age. And she says that now that she's divorced, that she will not get married again until her children are out of her house. She says she's not going to get married. I think the world would be a better place if everyone had that clarity, but that clarity only comes at the end of, she's 41. Like, that clarity only comes at the end of that process.
She says that because she's just got out of it.
Exactly.
If she meets somebody and she goes head over heels, she might think differently. I totally agree with her. I feel the same way. Except I don't think it has anything to do with the children.
I don't think it has anything to do with the children.
I'm just not about relationships. I don't think I'm good at them. So I'm good on it, right?
It's hard stuff though. Especially when when you get to the end of something like that and you find out the truth behind what's really going on, there's always a story. And for her, the story just happened to be that he was ripping her off millions of dollars, etc., and cheating. Cheating. So
self-esteem.
Yeah, I mean, look at her now.
Arguably one of the greatest singers of her generation, and he's telling her she's not sexy enough to be on TV.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
You know what? The sad thing is, I went to look for the divorce story. The first 5 pages of the Google search. Kelly Clarkson's dramatic weight loss. She tells us how. Is it Ozempic? Kelly Clarkson. I've been listening to my doctor, Kelly Clarkson. My New York change. I lost weight by walking the streets of New York. Kelly Clarkson. Fat. I'm like, how do you not take that in?
About that.
How do you not, especially when her husband, who is supposed to be the person that supports you unquestioningly, is telling
you unconditionally.
Telling you, you're, let's face it, you're the breadwinner of the relationship, is telling you you're not sexy enough to star on a TV show where you sit in a chair. I'm like,
right,
dude, that's we give these people too much power.
Oh, it's a lot of fun when that happens.
We give these people. Oh yeah, when someone looks you. That's why she's had some angry songs. But when someone looks you in the eyes and says, "I don't love you anymore," that's dramatic. But then to go, and you're fat, you're like, oh
yeah.
Well,
it's a lot of fun. Let me tell it's such a great day.
Yeah.
On the upside, on the other side, Upswing's good. Christina Aguilera is real skinny.
Yeah, what the
Good for her.
fuck?
Oh yes, and she's got a whole lot of camel toe.
She's embracing the camel toe in Las Vegas.
No, that's a ribbon.
No, babe, we
No.
watched the
It
video.
does look like a ribbon.
Oh,
It does.
really?
We watched the video. It's a ribbon, but it's also a camel toe. But Christina, that's how she's hitting the high notes these days.
How many fucking men do we have to see their fucking bulge dressed left or right?
She looks
that's
fucking
true.
stunning, though. I'm like, you go. Girl.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
do
she
you.
does.
I've never seen yours, but I've seen lots of others.
Maybe that.
Oh my
There
as,
was one today.
Wait,
it was
Luke-
wonderful.
Luke's not here. You'll see that this year on our Patreon.
Oh dear.
Jeff's balls.
Not mine.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Not mine. The
Look at
drama.
Tim's.
I don't want to know if you dress
Tim's
left,
balls.
right, left or
I think
right.
Tim would be down for that. Weirdly, I think he would do that. Straight men love their
I
balls.
won't be here.
Christina's tapping.
You
Tapping.
don't
will
need
not
to know
be
my
here.
brother-in-law.
Oh God, it'll be all in the family. We'll call you Christina Bunker.
Oh no, thank you.
All right. So, weird controversy story.
Or
Did you guys read this? Okay.
No.
This young boy, this young 10-year-old was stopped
Okay.
by security officials in South Africa because of his shirt. And they said his shirt was possibly triggering to some people, so he had to remove it before he got on the flight.
Oh
That's ridiculous.
God.
Now, we are all for mental health on this podcast.
No, we're
But-
not.
Yes, we are. We talk a lot about
You're
it.
triggering me. Oh, you
I-
got a sting on your shirt.
My feeling is that mental health is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. It's not other people's job to tiptoe around your triggers.
But
Thank
we don't
you.
even know if anybody on that flight had a trigger.
Exactly.
He just stopped in case there was a trigger. That's bullshit.
Wow. Red triggers me, so I better not see anybody wearing fucking red near me
Yeah.
anymore.
Like, when is this shit gonna stop? Right. Like,
There we go.
because of 2024, I don't want to hear it triggers me or triggering me. Walk the fuck away. Turn the fuck around. Put some fucking headphones on. Close your fucking eyes. I don't know what the fuck to say.
Your
Like,
temperament right now is triggering
Oh.
me and making
Oh, yeah?
me feel
yeah.
emotional. And I don't
fuck off,
like it.
Jeffrey.
But okay,
Okay, well,
Let's
then
play devil's
get the
advocate.
fuck away
Some
from me.
people-
That's what I would say. Just go
some people
away.
experience triggers in unknown circumstances, etc., etc. If you know that you have a trigger point, if you know that something triggers you,
Live in your closet.
But isn't it your responsibility
Right?
for your best mental health to learn ways
to deal
to
with
with that?
Yep.
And to
Yeah, because you
avoid
have to
getting
function.
triggered.
You have to function in the real world. As
Yeah.
we've
There's
had
a
this
difference.
conversation a lot this week.
If I can't smoke in a bar to save your fucking lungs, don't bring your fucking crazy onto me, bitch.
Not only that, right? What if somebody, okay, what if seeing a I want to get the name right, somebody in her job, what is that the thing?
Hijab,
Like in
yeah.
India?
Yeah.
Okay. At an airport, I get triggered. What am I going to do? Am I going to run up to fucking security? What do I do then if I'm triggered by that? And mind you, there's about, 100 million of them in the entire world that are walking through airports every fucking day. I'm supposed to just be okay with that? What if I'm triggered?
the
What do I do?
number of
I would
actual
avoid
Muslims
airports.
that are terrorists is infinitely tiny.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying, that's just like a thing. Okay.
Right,
But
you're
what
just
if,
using
like
the
Jeffrey said,
example.
what if I'm triggered by Asian people? What if I'm triggered by white
Right.
people? What if I'm triggered by all white men because I was raped when I was 10 and I didn't tell anybody about it? What would happen then?
By all white
You know?
people got bigger problems than getting out of
Like, exactly.
Don't go
But if
outside.
you're triggered by snakes,
If you are
Like,
triggered
and you
by
see a
all
snake on a
white
shirt?
people, you have not
I am
been
triggered by
clear.
poor
Come on.
people. ugly people.
Yeah, exactly.
Poorly dressed.
And do you know?
But
Wait,
if
do
you're
you know
triggered
what
by
the?
an animal and you see it
do
on
you
a
know what
T-shirt, then you have a
the
problem.
simple? Do you know what the simple solution that they came up with was?
Luke triggers me.
Turn your shirt
Turn
inside
around.
out.
Inside out.
There we go.
Yeah.
He turned his shirt inside out and got on the plane.
Wait, we went through all this for that?
Yeah, I love
But
conversation.
That's all he did.
I understand your frustration, but my frustration is that nobody was triggered. It was in case somebody got triggered.
Yeah, but you can't play the in case police for the entire
Right,
world.
you can't play the in case police.
Hey,
What if
you
somebody's
might
wearing
kill
a koala
somebody.
or a kangaroo?
We got to put you in jail.
Did somebody have a gun on their shirt? What if somebody had a gun on their shirt? They're gonna make them turn it inside out?
People have guns on their trucks. People have.
I'm triggered.
People have guns. End of story.
Hey, what about those dudes that have balls on their truck?
Yeah.
They got nuts
What
on the
happened
back of
to
their
those?
truck. They got hairy nutsacks on
All
their
right,
truck.
let's keep the outrage burning because this one is going to probably get everyone on the panel a little bit fired up.
I really don't want to get upset.
Okay,
Don't piss me off.
Christmas is a triggering time for all of us, right?
I'm already
Christmas
is
a triggering time for all of us. But this story has kind of this story has kind of just started to take hold on the internet when a couple showed a video of their young child being gifted and opening Slim Tea.
No. I'm gonna quit. I quit the show. Because I saw this and it almost made me cry.
Go,
and
Christina.
It's so upsetting. I just don't understand this poor little girl is so excited because she gets something and it's skinny tea. And what kind of message are you sending to this poor, adorable little squishy girl to say that she needs skinny tea? It's not funny, Jeffrey. Could you imagine being that age and getting something like that? Like, I remember like when I was that age and I got an offensive, not even a gift. I was in a dressing room and given something that offended me, and I will never forget that. And that will always stick with her. And her fucking mother puts it on Facebook or wherever the fuck she put it. To make it a goddamn
joke. It was on X. It was placed on the video was placed on X. And the thing is, her older brothers and sisters saw the present.
All fat too, I'm sure.
No, they're not actually.
No.
They saw the gift before she did, and they automatically looked at their parents like with disgust / shock. But then they went on to post it on what I don't understand that there's been a bit of a turnabout, a 180 in the last 24 hours, saying that it was actually not a present from the parents, but it was a present from one of their followers for her.
Doesn't matter who it was from.
Doesn't change it, right?
Change it.
If you knew what it was, I wouldn't have given it to her. Like, you open that shit. You don't give your child something that a stranger sent them to open. No. You don't know what the fuck. That could have been a dildo. What would you have done?
Yeah.
Like, come on. You don't do that to your child.
I am.
I can't.
I'm going to try to find some skinny tea to send to Luke.
Jeffrey's being a bitch.
Luke. Oh, my God.
It kind of, because people don't understand the power that words have, especially when it comes from an adult. Now, I grew up in the performing arts industry, so not when I started, but later, early teens, weight was a big issue. Like, weight has been an issue since then. So it is something that has always been pointed out to me by other people.
Yeah.
Whether it is conscious, subconscious, well-intentioned, not well-intentioned, it is something that is a sticking point, and it's something that is isolating, whether you like it or not. As one of the commenters said, there's some comments here from actually TMZ, which was surprising that they were so kind. Mind you, she is a child. It's not her fault that she became overweight in the first place. She doesn't decide what she does. She does, and what she doesn't eat. She's a victim, and now she's getting bullied for it. Disgusting. The other one says, I recognize a hurt kid trying to play it cool. Poor kid doesn't deserve this. They just took her childhood away from her. She's aware now of her body and other people's entitlement to comment on it, which is the one that stuck with me. You're giving permission for the rest of the whether they do or not already by recording it and putting it on the internet. You're telling your child that other people's opinions on how they look matter more than anything else, and that's
like okay, right? So say that they were trying to make a point about who sent it, right, and make that person feel
bad. Why do you film it?
But why would you put that video up? Why wouldn't you walk around with the tea in your hand and be like, who the fuck sent this to a fucking child? Like, don't have her reaction. Don't have him get off on the fact that he upset this person, or she, or whoever sent this to them.
I think it was the parents.
You think it was the parents that sent it to the kid?
I think that they thought that would be a funny video to put up, and they would get,
put it up.
They'd go viral, which, we're playing into.
Right. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to exploit your child like that.
Isn't that akin to child abuse? We've been talking about abusing children. That's mental abuse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That child, for the rest of her life and for the rest of history, is now on film, on the internet, getting skinny tea because she was a fat little girl.
Yeah. And you want to know what? And then,
at the risk of using a word that's going to make Christina mad, it's triggering for me. On my first diet when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, we've all done
that. I made my first communion. I was told that I wasn't good enough. My whole life have heard lines like, you have a face that needs to be thin. You'd be prettier if you were thin. No one will love you if you're thin. This is breaking my fucking heart that this shit's still happening in 2023. Yeah. I can't believe it's on the internet, but I think the parents need to burn in fucking hell.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, it's sad. And I think that if you don't have enough, I would like to see what her parents look like.
Right.
Yeah, I want to see what they look like.
Turn that camera around, baby.
If you're the fucking asshole that sent that kid the tea, I hope you burn in hell too.
I think it was them. What kind of person? Well, I know what kind of person, but as an adult, as Christina said, as an adult, especially if you have fans and followers, you check the things that people are sending you. You don't like.
Yeah, why am I handing a package that I didn't send to my own self to my kid to open and be like, hey, guess what? The follower in North Carolina sent. Yeah, like, what do you know? Like, could have been literally anything. A bag full of goddamn needles. What the fuck? Like, you don't know these crazy ass people. You don't know your followers. You don't know anybody. So it just drives me wild. And like you said, like, it's just there's a line and they crossed it, and now you're monetizing off of your kid, and you're a piece of shit, and you should burn in hell. And I hope that in 15 to 20 fucking years, she is a beautiful, thick fucking chick, and she's like, I'm the bitch who got the skinny tea, and guess what? Now I own a goddamn weight loss company, or now I am Jenny motherfucking Craig, or maybe I'm fucking Lizzo. Exactly. Maybe I'm the next goddamn Lizzo. Like, eat my ass. That's what I would say.
I hope for three things. Power of attorney. Bye, mum and dad. You go in a shady pines. We'll see you later. Let them sit in their piss-covered selves and think about when you gave me skinny tea, you fucking asshole.
Now I hope that fat people everywhere, I think we can all join, and I think we should find the address, and I think we should just send candy and chips and just shit
now listen,
to their house.
Now you're going too far.
Or just raw manure Just raw manure. Just here you go.
It's raw manure.
Sit
We
and
don't
shit
wanna-
because you are a piece
We
of
don't
shit.
want to
Sit and
perpetuate.
shit. I love it. All right. Well, look, someone who never sits and shits. She just gets up and lets it spray all around. It's Vera, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Vera Vents. Okay, V, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and
I guess we're going to continue with the theme tonight, and that theme is Schadenfreude. And we're going to talk about Donnie Diapers. It surfaced again. Another person accusing Don of smelling like diapers. It's come up many times before. It's usually always silenced. And this time there's several people of prominence saying it out loud. One person said it in 2016, was a showrunner on The Apprentice. A comedian brought it up in 2019 and was quickly silenced. Now it's members of Congress. And there's very famous video clips of people sitting next to him and making faces, buoys of distaste. Like, it suggests that there's definitely an odor about our former man. And the pundits on the right are lining up to say, how dare you make fun of this person? This person might have a disability. This is wrong. This is, how dare you make fun of this person? Well, let's talk about it. This is a person who made fun of a disabled reporter. This is a person who addressed a room full of veterans and suggested that veterans who lost their lives or their limbs in service to this country were suckers and losers. This person referred to a Gold Star vet, John McCain. I'm sorry, he wasn't a Gold Star vet. He was a decorated war vet, John McCain, and said, I prefer heroes that weren't captured. This man prominently refers to women he doesn't like as ugly, fat, on their period, problematic, too ugly to fuck. He said that about Jean Carroll. This man has just perpetuated hate since the day he came down that gold fucking escalator, and even before. His racism was all over Manhattan in the 80s. He and his father were sued for profiling Black tenants and keeping them out of their properties. This man and his followers have perpetuated hate. I remember when he said, and I don't remember what the remark he made, but it was a really shocking remark about Chinese Americans. And he said it before he went to meet the president of China. And I was at a 4th of July party, and several of us in our group were talking about it and saying, how could he say that? That's amazing. Why would he say that? How can people want this person to represent our country? And another person at this party leaned into our group and said, that's what we like about him, is the hate. Now, I'm a nurse, and every nurse on this planet knows what this smells like. We've been there. We have poker faces when it comes to smells. There are cancers that have certain smells. PCOS has a distinctive smell. We know what a colostomy bag smells like. We know what an open wound smells like. We know what a flesh burn smells like. We know what body odor smells like. And we know that it can be intermittent or it can be constant. It's not necessarily the patient's fault. You have a poker face when it comes to smell because you don't want to be cruel to someone who's struggling. But I can't stop myself in this case. This man has shown so much fucking hate since the day he came down that gold escalator. But the thing that I hate most about him is the hate that it brings out in me. Because me, who wouldn't ever make a face in front of a patient, is going to call him out for being smelly diaper Don. That's what I hate most.
Oh dear, Vera, I love you. I love you, V. Well, if tonight's ramblings have left a bad taste in your mouth, maybe you can go back
Or a bad
and
scent in
watch
your
this
throat.
week's assigned seating that we did on the movie.
No, oh my God.
Saltburn.
I mean, yes, watch
Go
it.
back and watch it. Yeah, you can watch us. Go to YouTube.
Freaking Salt Lick.
Go to YouTube. Yeah, Uncensored Radio. Follow us. We did on Facebook. You're always on Facebook. It's all good. Instagram and it's now X. We went live on Instagram tonight. We'll see how that goes. And of course, Tickety Tockety, we are there as well. But if you can't do that and you are so sad and need to hear our voices, we are also available as an audio podcast. Go and listen to us on any of the ones below. I need to remove
One of them's covered up by our TikToks. There you go.
Uncensored Radio on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Blog Talk, and tune in at anywhere where half decent podcasts are seen. Not even half.
Or ours, because we ain't shit.
Podcast will be there. So, check out Saltburn. It was definitely a taste sensation, and we'll be back next week with some more tastes of Down Under. I'm anticipating we're going to do some tastes of Down Under next week. So we'll see you there. Thank you for joining us, the lovely Christina, the ever vivacious Vera, the on his phone Jeffrey Emmett.
Who, me?
I've been Steve. And until next week, let's all have a skinny tea and calm down. Bye, y'all. It's funny that they mentioned all of those smells and nobody mentioned fake tan.
Well, I think that they talked about the